So do you need an Amazon FBA course? So we're going to talk about the pros and the cons today. So first I want to go back a few years. Let's go back 20 years. I'm 38. Let's go back to my first internet business. It was called affiliate marketing. So back then, there was no YouTube. There was no way to learn from mentors. There was no way to learn from people who were super successful in business yet. And although my first business was super successful back when I was 18, and I've had 3 or 4, 4 counting Amazon now, super successful businesses. But the thing is that I've had about 15 or 20 different businesses, and a bunch of them never made any money. And if I had to look back on that, and if I was able to start those businesses today, with YouTube and with courses available, would my chances be a lot higher? And I don't think there's any way I could say no. YouTube, I have a YouTube channel. I'm here teaching people, and I get comments every day that say, thank you so much. I'm learning so much from you. And, I have a course that I bought and you're teaching me more than the course. So you got to be selective in like what you watch, what you pay for, and then, that's where we're going to get into a course. So do you need an Amazon FBA course? So the answer is different for everybody. So if you're on a very limited budget and you don't have a lot of money, I would tell you no, do not buy a course. If buying a course is going to break the bank for you, don't buy a course, okay? So, but the thing is that you got to learn as much as possible, because I feel like the #1 reason that people fail in their Amazon business or in any business really is that, let's say two reasons. One is that they just don't learn enough, okay? So with the internet, the way it is today is that you can learn almost anything you need to if you know what to look for. And the second reason would be is that a lot of people give up on their business way too quickly, way too early, okay? Amazon FBA is not the type of business where you're going to get rich in a month. In fact, there's very few, if any, businesses that I have ever seen or ever been in that have been like that at all. There's maybe been some, but they were already like established, to start. So the question is can you learn everything you need to know about an Amazon FBA business from YouTube? So at this point, my YouTube channel has almost 50 different videos, and a lot of people know me as the PPC guy and the review guy, the Amazon PPC and review guy. So, because those are like my most popular videos, and I think the reason for that is because they're like complicated, right? And, a lot of the gurus don't have very detailed PPC videos because they're probably not selling on Amazon, or they're not selling lately. So, a lot of my videos go in depth, right? So let's talk about that. So I may post a YouTube video that's, say, 15 minutes on how to get reviews or a specific PPC strategy, or I don't have any videos on like really shipping or account setup on YouTube. But the thing is that in my course, I have 16 videos on shipping, okay? So even if you view one video on shipping, it just scratches the surface on, what really needs to be covered. And the thing about it is that, so if you haven't noticed, I just launched my Amazon FBA updated for 2019 course, okay? And I'm really trying to put every single thing I can possibly think of that will help students in there, okay? The first 4 sections alone have over 70 videos. There's going to be well over 100 videos in this course, and I'm going to update it all the time. Anybody who knows me, who's watched this channel, knows that I respond to all my comments on YouTube. Maybe 1 or 2 slip through that, I don't see or something like that, or I'm busy. But I respond to all my comments on YouTube. I respond to everybody who messages me, whether you're a student or not. Okay, and that's because I care about my students. I care about people learning from me. And, you know, I was there at one point when I was first starting out. I mean, even though I've been in internet businesses, you know, since I was 18, Amazon it's a completely different business. I mean, you take a lot of that stuff you've learned in the past, but I mean, obviously you have to learn everything specific on Amazon. So the thing is when I started, I actually bought several courses, okay, on Amazon FBA because I didn't want to wait around to learn. So like if a YouTuber uploads a video once a week, you know, it's just every week is something different. And like I said, a lot of times it just scratches the surface on what you need to know. So I bought these courses and I got really a good base amount of knowledge. But what I learned as these courses went on and some of these guys became super successful is that they stopped YouTubing, they stopped uploading videos about Amazon. And in their private Facebook groups, their student-only groups, I noticed that there was students complaining that they emailed the instructor and it had been 14 days and they hadn't got a response. And I was starting to see these more and more and more. So that's the one thing that I'm gonna make sure that, you know, never happens. I mean, if anything, I'm responding to all my YouTube comments and, you know, messages on Facebook and people that aren't even students. So you know for sure I'm going to take care of my students way more. And the thing is that there's so many YouTubers out there and like courses out there that haven't been updated for like a year or more. Okay, so if they're on YouTube and they haven't uploaded a single video about Amazon FBA in a while, you know their course is not updated, right? You know that they're probably not even selling on Amazon. So that's where you got to be like super selective, because I do think it's very worthwhile to spend money on a course, you know, and that's why, you know, I'm creating a course, because I have all this knowledge. I've learned all this stuff. I've learned what works, what doesn't. I mean, 2019, if you've been following, there's been so many updates about giveaways, suspensions, PPC, all these new features. I mean, there's so many new things that are constantly happening that if you're not getting an updated course, you kind of are throwing away your money. And that's why I have people messaging me saying, you know, yeah, I did buy a course, but you know, your YouTube videos alone have helped me so much. And I mean, you could read my comments on my videos and you'll see that, you know, I'm trying to give as much value as I can on my YouTube. But the thing is that a 10-minute video, like I said, it normally only scratches the surface of what an entire module does. So, you know, like one of the current issues right now is that people are having account setup problems. So when they set up their Amazon account and they get suspended, right? So I think like just my Amazon account setup section is like 10 or 15 videos. And the thing is I'm going to update it when we find like what exactly is working and, you know, what is the best practice to get past the suspension. Do you think people that have their YouTube course that haven't uploaded in 6 months or months, or they're uploading about other things, do you think they have the up-to-date information on that? Of course not. So that's where you got to be careful with what type of course you choose, you know, and that's why I'm trying to update my course all the time. I'm trying to give as much valuable information on my YouTube channel. I understand not everybody can afford a course, but if you can afford a course, you know, I really do feel like it's the best way to learn, because there's so many things in my course that you physically can't search YouTube about. Like I have like, I don't want to give away all my course videos, you know, my secrets, but like I have special ways on how to find Alibaba suppliers. I have special packaging issues that I've gone through that I teach my students that are super successful. I have a unique review way that is going to be for students only, that nobody else has. You know, PPC is going to be super in-depth, and when it updates, when it changes, it'll be updated. And plus you get access to our private Facebook students only group. So if you're in our free Facebook group, you know that I'm super active in there in our free Facebook group, and all the students in there are super active. You know, I mean, you ask a question and there's answers going on every single day. So imagine what the students only group is going to be, especially as time ticks on and it grows larger and larger and larger. You're going to be able to interact with students that are already selling, students that are just starting, you know, and all that stuff. So again, should you buy an Amazon FBA course? And I think if you have the money, you should go for it. But if it's going to completely strap you, then, you know, don't go for it. Learn as much as you can on YouTube. The problem you're going to have is that you're not going to know every single thing to search for. There's just, you can't, I mean, for example, in PPC, you search Amazon PPC, you know, and you're just going to get random videos, but it's not going to teach you the step-by-step everything you need to know on how to set up PPC, you know, how to set up for each keyword, how to rank, what the strategy is for PPC, you know, like strategy of ranking, strategy of optimizing, you know, strategy of if you're trying to reduce your cost versus ranking. I mean, those are totally two completely different things. You can't really search all that stuff on YouTube. But, you know, my course is going to go through every single thing step by step by step and different scenarios. Because the thing about your Amazon business is that when you launch a new product, you go through a whole bunch of different scenarios. You know, you go through the launching phase, you go through the trying to rank on page 1 phase, you go through reducing your ACoS phase, you go through, okay, now this keyword ranks on page 1. Now I just want to hold on page 1. Then your next step is, okay, let's get another keyword to page 1 and, you know, reduce your cost on the keywords that's already on page 1. All that stuff that's just the PPC section. I mean, there's so many different things in at least my course that you're going to learn. And the best thing about it is that when you have questions, you literally just ask me, message me, you know, ask in the private Facebook group. And that's going to really be one of the most valuable things, is that it's a lifetime course. It's a lifetime update. So you'll be able to, you know, learn this stuff. So months down the road, when you have questions, you know, you'll be able to get answers. You'll be able to ask other students, you know, and you'll be able to get your answers really quick. So that's it for this video, guys. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I do try to provide as much value as I can on my YouTube, because, you know, I value everybody that watches all my videos. I love you guys so much. You know, if you can afford a course, go for it. But if you can't, no worries. I'm still going to try to teach you as much as I possibly can in my YouTube videos. You know, right now I'm uploading about once or twice per week. So we'll see where that goes. But if you have any questions down below, ask me in the comments down below. Or if you have any questions about the course or about my YouTube or anything in specific, feel free to ask me down below, and I will answer every one of you guys as I always have in the past. Thank you guys. I love you so much. I will see you in the next video.